Hey everybody, welcome back for episode 2 of Hyper Light Drifter. So last episode we made it to the starting area and we started out on our journey by heading east. This episode we're going to keep exploring this area to the east. And it seems like we have a refugee here, or somebody who used to be a slave. Taking refuge here in this church. So it seems like there was some sort of maybe some kind of a war or something that happened here. Who knows? This area is just so pretty. Like, the artwork in this game is amazing. They had a fantastic time. So like I said, this is one of the times I get a little bit confused and I just kind of want to see where else I can go. Obviously right now that is kind of blocked off to us. Didn't stop me from still trying. But oh well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and continue on. The music's so peaceful too. It seems like the main character here is some sort of illness. As to what it is, who knows? And down into a little dungeon area. This is something I really like about this first, well, not really first area, but one of the first areas you can go to. This is part right here. It's a kind of open, it's like a guided open experience. Like, it feels like it's very, very open and we have our first mini-boss here. So this is the main, like, gameplay kind of gameplay loop here. Is that there will be these areas that have a ton of enemies in them that you have to kill all of them in order to progress. I do not get them my first round, as you can see. So just like with The Last of Us, I'm going to cut to my successful attempt getting past these guys. For all you know, it only took me one try. It didn't. But I'd like it's edited to make you think that. So yeah, just like Dark Souls, this game, there are all the enemies have patterns that you kind of have to memorize and get used to, and then they become pretty easy to handle. Just don't dodge right into them. Okay, so that was not my successful attempt. I think if it takes me more than 2 times, I'm going to be cutting it out. There obviously wasn't too many deaths there, otherwise I probably would have cut out that second attempt there. Again, these smaller ones will explode when you hit them, which inflict damage to enemies nearby. So if you are having a tough time with these guys, you can use those exploding enemies in order to take them out. That's actually probably what they expect you to do. Do I end up doing that? No, not at all. I do it the difficult way. Right, and just like that, we are now able to move on. So the path here does kind of branch off a little bit. So we want to go up there because there's another one of those triangles that we can get. Can't decide if I want to go up or down first, but I'm going to go up. We get more of those enemies. These enemies aren't too bad. They usually only have 1 or 2 hits and before you can take them out. And then something funny is that those other enemies, they will actually, if they end up being the last one of their kind left, they will just run around. Alright, we got our second triangle. So now we have a slightly bigger triangle. And now that gate's down, so we can continue on. Which I do initially. And then I realized that I hadn't actually looked back at that bottom area. Even though there's not really anything that we can do at the moment. There's a little bit that we can do. But first we're on to their second kind of mini boss area. So again, do your best, memorize or remember how it is that enemies attack. A little bit more gold. Almost to a full piece there. Make sure you dodge around that guy. And just like that. Anytime you get past a really significant fight, he will stab his sword into the ground, which is pretty cool. So before we continue, I am going to go head back and check on that bottom area. You want to make sure you get everything in this game, because you don't want to have to search around for a little bit. Alright, we got our first completed gold piece. So we're on our way to be able to buy some upgrades and stuff. Get some more healing items. Don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode, but you can carry up to 3 of those healing items starting off, and then again they are all full heals. Alright, so we have built half of that bridge, so now we gotta go to the other side. Not a big fan of some of the environmental puzzles. Like the dashing, you have some iframes in it, so you're able to get around things, but I do find it to be a little wonky at times. Again, like, really should not have taken some... That time I understand, I went right into the fire, but I don't like these environmental puzzles. I also found that you can actually just dash to the side. It'll make it a little bit easier to get past them. And then I get hit twice there because I didn't get hit on that previous one. And one more time for good measure. Just like that. Alright, and that drops the walls blocking that and allows us to get back around to here. And we're going to go ahead and head back down that elevator now, because we can't really go any further right now. Because we do not have a upgrade that'll make that a little bit easier for us to get through. I'm sure if you have enough healing items right now, you can easily just do that all the way through, but I do not. Alright, so we'll go ahead and continue on through here. Alright, and then to another elevator, and up we go. Perfect. Alright. There's that dog from earlier. Trying to lead us up there. Another little piece of gold. It's that guy who saved us earlier. In the last episode, rather. So he marks where all of those little triangles are. It seems that he's on a quest very similar to our own. He's trying to find those diamonds so that we can vanquish the centipede demon that's following him. And this is another nice thing about the map, is I realized that I had forgotten to check one other area. So we'll head back there real quick. And there are some invisible platforms there. Bring us over to this tower. Which has some sort of text on it. Alright, now we'll head back up here. Alright, and then we have looped all the way back around to our little main hub here. So we can't go down that way just yet, because it is blocked. We need at least 3 pieces to get that way. I'll head down here. And yet another dungeon for us to go through. There's slimes in here, which are always fun. And again, a little kind of combat arena. Good mix of enemies. Lots of those slimes. They're not very difficult at all. And just like that, it's over. And this healing item. Go ahead and unlock this bridge. And there's our way out. We won't head that way just yet. We're going to finish exploring first. We'll unlock that bridge. And another combat arena. I was a little worried there. I thought I was might end up dying. Again, the ninja frogs are not my favorite enemy. It's that little pause before they throw the star that always gets me. And another little piece of gold. Head up here. Healing item. Alright, and then we'll check, then we check that way. We're gonna go ahead and head down. Thought there was a path to the left there, but there is not. Notice these mushrooms we can actually break with our sword, and they do kind of block where you're going. Alright, we get a new enemy type here. So these frogs will throw like a little backpack that has some explosives in it or something. All I know is that it sucks. It's very easy to dodge around. You just gotta get behind them when they throw it, and all the projectiles will go away from you. And there's another healing item. Oh no, sorry, it was gold. So they're pretty easy to take care of. But they can get really annoying when there's a bunch of other enemies around, which they do a lot of. Okay, there's a healing item. So again, like I said, just try and get behind them as best as you can. Doesn't always work out, but... Alright, so there is our next triangle. And yet another gauntlet of enemies for us to get by. Again, ninja frogs. There's another one there. And yet another one. Kept hoping I could go down that way. Chase that guy halfway across the map, Jesus. Take those guys out. Again, just try and get behind them if you can. And just like that. We got another healing item over there. Head in this direction here, and another battle gauntlet. Alright, 2 ninja frogs, and like I said, if that other enemy, if they're the last one left, they will just run around in circles. Just like that. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free subscribing, like and comment below, and if you want, feel free to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Alright, I will see you all next time.